Alright, how we doing, guys? Alright, so today what we're going to look at was the idea of just, now that we've got it into slope-intercept form, how do we actually graph something? How do I graph without an XY chart? And it used to be, this is how you'd have to graph, you just have to say X, Y, I'm going to pick a couple letters, plug them all into an equation, get the points, then put the points on here. And now we're going to get a little bit of a shortcut. So here are our steps we're going to look at. So first of all, we're going to put it into slope-intercept form. All right, so we're going to put it in the slope-intercept form, which again is just y equals mx plus b. The very next thing we're going to do is we're just going to find m and b. Now, those are too old. We've done that before, so now it's just the idea of this. What are we going to do from there? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plot b first. Remember, b is my y-intercept, so it means it's always on the y-axis. All right, it's always on the y-axis. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. It's where it crosses the y-axis. That's what the y-intercept is. All right, and then from there, that's the important part. From B, I need a point first, which is my B. I'm going to use slope, which is going to be my rise over my run. How much does my graph go up or down compared to how it goes over left to right? All right, so rise over run. Okay, so this right here is what we're going to look at next. You know, we're looking at old, old, new, new, and I promise this is not complicated. It's just keeping it straight. So let's look at one. All right, so we'll keep this for an example. First of all, is it in slope-intercept form? Yes, y equals mx plus b. So I'm going to find what m is. I'm going to find what b is. M is 3. B is negative 4. All right, so you can go plus negative if you want to, but negative 4. Now, we always want m to be a fraction, so I can just change this to 3 over 1. So I plot b first. It's a negative, so I'm going to go up, or am I going to go down? All right, which way is negative? So b is negative, so I'm going to go down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a dot. Now, the most important thing to do is to use m from b. If you use m from here, it's going to go up 3 over 1. We don't want to do that. Not the origin. The origin is no longer gone. This is our new point. All right, so from b, I'm going to rise 3 and run 1. So rise, like rise and shine. Get out of bed. Get up. Get up. All right, I'm going to rise 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to run 1. Run over 1. They're both positive, so I can say 1, 2, 3 positive over 1 positive. 1, 2, 3 positive over 1 positive. 1, 2, 3 positive over 1 positive. Now, if you look at it, you can see how this line would start going this way. So the same thing as a positive. Positive is a negative, negative. So I could go negative 3 and back 1. And that becomes my line. So I can get a straight edge. And I never get this right, so you can make fun of me for not getting the line perfect on the... Yeah, it's a little off, but you'll forgive me. All right, so there is my line, y equals 3x minus 4. It's a positive slope going up, a negative 4b, so it's crossing in the negative y-axis. All right, so pause it for a second, try this one, see how you do, and then we'll check it in a minute. All right, so it should look like this. I'm going to go a little quicker. M equals negative 2 over 7. B is equal to negative 5. So I come over here and I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I go down to 1, 2 over 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I can't put another point on there. I only need 2, but I'd like to have 3. So one of the things with negatives is I can have the negative on top or I can have it on bottom. That is the same thing. I can't have 2 negatives because that would make it positive. So I could go up 2 and then back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's my line. All right. So I grab a straight edge. Don't care what you use. All right. Student ID card, you name it. Let's see how I do this time. Oh, that looks pretty good. I'm amazing. Except when I look at this one, I realize I can't draw a line. All right. Sound good? All right, so last example in the back. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to not solve this, but you have to solve this. I need y by itself. It's not in that form. We've done that before. So here's what we're going to do is I'm just going to give you the answer. All right? But if it was the homework, you have to solve this to tell me what the b is going to be. So the b is going to be -3. The m is going to be 11 over 16. All right? So if I went to graph this now on the graph, I'm going to move this over so you can actually see it. M equals 11 over 16. B equals -3. And this is where it gets a little tough, because no matter where my point is, 1, 2, 3, the question is, can I go over 16? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I can do is I can make my x-axis by 2's. I can say this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I can go up whatever I want. All right? So that's what's going to get a little annoying, but I can sit here and say down 3, 1, 2, 3. I can go rise 11 over 16. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 over 16. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and I can come out here and say, okay, my point's going to be right there. It's a little off the graph. It's not a big deal, but that's what I'm going to look at. So I make my line. All right, and I'm done. All right, so notice again, slope is positive, line is positive. All right, slope is negative, line is going down, negative. If I put a little person here on the left, you can tell he's walking down. All right, I always go left to right when I look at a graph. So slope is positive, put a little guy here. All right, it's positive, he has to walk up. All right, so that's how it is. I want you to look at it a couple times, see if you can figure it out, and then it's not anywhere close to being bad as you think it is. So, all right. So, good luck.